Hey guys, it's Nate again. Got another video for you. Let's take a look at what we got going on. Please like and subscribe. We'll get right into it. It's cool.
None of my friends and family know that I have been unemployed for 2 years and live off less than $300 a month. Yes, I've gone to dinners and events knowing it'll hurt my account, only to keep my image.
My father is a narcissist and left our family without any money. It's one of the biggest inconveniences, and I always feel ashamed when I have to borrow money from someone. Yeah, we put so much importance on money and self-worth in money. Yeah, I feel like this person probably feels like they're judged all the time.
My family thinks I'm working as a social media manager when I'm actually just an employee on a call center.
I don't openly share how much my student loan debt has impacted my mental health and triggers my depression because I worry and assume people will judge me and say that I deserve it.
When I was 16, I stole $2,000 over 2 years at my last job, and the thing that scares me is that I feel no guilt for it. I don't want to go to jail, and I don't want people to think I'm a bad person. The money just solves so many of me and my family's problems.
That's a lot. That's a lot to unpack right there. A lot of it I can relate to because I didn't come from much, and I understand the financial issues. I mean, being an entrepreneur, you got to get used to financial issues. It's kind of your day-to-day cash flow, stuff like that, especially as you're expanding and scaling. You're taking risk all the time. A lot of times you take financial hits. You know, growing up poor, I understand that money's this whole situation seems to be revolved around money. So far, a lot of responses in here is about money, and a lot of people, if you look at the statistics, divorces happen in the United States because of money. Money is a result of your value that you create. In order to make money, you have to produce value directly or indirectly. And that value comes in many different ways, and you can set that up in multiple different facets. But the reality is that some people's value, they have a hard time turning their value into a monetary gain. There's a lot of people who struggle with that, and what you have to do is, in my opinion, if you want to be happy and you want to make money and have a balanced life, you have to find what it is inside of you. And most of these people are young, and so they'll have time to figure it out. You need to find inside of you what your value is and what you would like to do every day. And then once you find that value and you find out the love of something, your passion for it, your passion creates a tremendous amount of value that someone who simply is working in an industry to collect a check cannot provide. So chase your passions, try to monetize it, and you'll have a lot more success, and you'll be a lot happier in the end of the day as well.
I don't think he's a bad person. I know there's this kind of like cut and dry idea of like if you break the law, you're a bad person, but there's a lot of gray area in that. But you're not a bad person. You tried to help your family. I think this person can take comfort in that.
I come off successful to everyone around me, but I'm struggling day by day, trying to fulfill a dream I don't think I'll ever achieve. Maybe I should just give up. Yeah, that one hits home. My friends tell me that all the time, that they see me off as being extremely successful and whatnot. I don't think anybody understands how some of those big moves that I did was because I failed extremely in the last place. They see me, according to them, moving forward and doing all these big things, but to me, it's just a struggle of trying to stay afloat every day.
It must be my own fault that I haven't found a job yet. I feel like a failure when I ask for help. Well, I personally know a lot of people in this exact same situation where they feel like they put all this work to go to college, to, get a degree, And then they come out and it's just like, what was it all for if I can't just get a job, if I can't be a functional adult like I'm supposed to be, you know? I think I would just want to let this person know that you're alive, you're trying your best, it's okay to ask for help, you know, and you're not a failure.
This one hits home for me because I'm a big anti-college guy to a certain extent. Yeah, I feel for that guy. You go to college, you get your degree, presumably, and you go into debt in order to help yourself because that's what you've been told your entire life. And then when you get out of college, you're in a situation where you have a bunch of debt that's due right now, and you have no life experience outside of beer bongs or beer funnels and smoking some pot and chasing girls or guys or whatever and talking to a bunch of inexperienced people for the last 4 years. There's a huge problem there for me. It's a way for the government to enslave you for the rest of your life. You can't get rid of the debt even if you file bankruptcy. There's tons and tons of issues. And to be honest with you, today's education is dated. There's very few universities that give you the education that you really need that will correlate into the real world. And then also the other issue I have with it is that you start to go in debt at 18, and most people don't even know what they want at the age of 18. And so that's a big problem as well. So there's just a lot of problems right now with college, in my opinion, and debt. It's a big voting point with presidents. They're using that and leveraging the forgiveness of debt, which I'm not going to get into my opinions about it, but forgiving debt, is buying votes, and I don't agree with that part of it. But I don't agree with the debt either. I don't agree with taking advantage of young people and taking advantage of their kind of wide-eyedness of the world and their greenness to society, and expecting, having this beautiful idea of what their life is going to look like as soon as they graduate high school, because their entire life was school and education, and now they're going to continue the education because that's what they were told growing up by their parents, in which their parents were 30 years older than them, and then in their world, having a degree actually mattered. But in today's world, degree doesn't mean anything, and that's the truth. And it's very emotional. It's sad, and I'm very passionate about it. I try to preach to everyone that I know: do not go into debt over school. Do not do that. It is not good. Engineers, architects, doctors, nurses, lawyers. There's just tons of different reasons why you would go to school, but there's also the majority of reasons why you wouldn't, and why you wouldn't want to go into debt. And so just do yourself a favor if you can. Pay your way through school if you want to go to college. And if that don't work, maybe go into the military. Go into the Air Force and get a job that doesn't require you to be deported, and collect, from the government, and allow them to give you some structure and some direction. And then you also get free school after you get out of school, or after you get out of the military, and you get free housing, and you stay in shape, and you're mostly healthy. As long as you don't have to get deployed, you're in good shape. Now, that depends on the job that you pick and your ASVAB and stuff like that. But I think the military is a better option than college straight out of school, because you'll get military for free, or you'll get college for free when you go to the military, along with many, many other benefits on top of being paid and being housed. So there's just tons of better options. And like I said, I'm super passionate about it. And I feel bad for that individual, because they've been misled their entire lives into this world of debt and just wastefulness. And what was it for? Well, I hate to say, he asked, what was it for? It was all for nothing. It was a big waste of time. And that's why I'm so passionate about it. And I had this argument with so many people. And you know what people tell me every time? You're only saying that because you didn't go to college and you couldn't go to college, and so you failed. And so you're telling us that we did a bad thing. I didn't fail. I did the opposite of failing, actually. I've succeeded. And I would tell you that I make more than almost any college graduate that I know, at least anyone that I know personally. And I don't know a lot of college graduates, because it's just not my world. I'm focused more on entrepreneurs, and entrepreneurs aren't really typically college graduates. And so, from what I can see, some of the most successful people in the world dropped out of college because they realized it was a waste of time. You can learn everything you want to learn on YouTube. I call it YouTube University, and it's free. So go on YouTube, pay the $9 for a premium, so you're not having to watch ads and waste your time with ads, because The $9, and I consume so much YouTube that the $9 that I'm spending a month, I'm learning so much more because I'm not watching ads, 7 or 8 ads between every video. Go pay for the premium version of YouTube, drop the ads, and learn and educate yourself in as many ways as you possibly can. And don't watch TikTok videos and waste your time with that nonsense. I'm only 32 years old, right? I was born in '89, right? So I'm not that far detached from the kids these days. I'm only 10 years older. And, you know, I have a son that's 15 years old. And so I understand there's challenges that you guys have that I didn't have and I had when my parents didn't have. And there's always going to be new challenges for every generation. And one of the challenges I would challenge you with is don't be scared to temporarily disappoint your parents because of chasing your dreams. Hey, that was a great video. I love that video. That was awesome. It was deep. It taps into a set of the brain that a lot of people don't ever want to go. I hope you guys got value out of this conversation. I really, really, really enjoyed it. And thank you so much for watching the video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.